Namo Phat, good morning. Thank you for joining me for a daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fourth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I am determined to speak truthfully, with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause the family or the community to break. I am determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. Our reading today, is Reestablishing What is Foundational by Ajahn Yatiko. This is from Beginning Our Day by the monastics of Abhayagiri Monastery. Our lives are uncertain in so many different ways. All sorts of curveballs could be thrown at us at any time, disrupting our flow. If we understand this, knowing curveballs happen, we don't have to see them as problems. Any anxiety we have around the future is not to be denied as part of our experience. We can hold it, be with it, and try to act responsibly toward it. At the same time, we can have mindfulness and see anxiety as simply a phenomenon, a perception arising in the present moment. If we closely examine whatever it is we're worried about, thinking about, or attached to, we see that very often it's nothing but an idea in our heads. And from that idea, we can create a whole world of suffering. To penetrate and see this is an essential part of our practice. We do need to take care of practical things, such as our tasks during the work period that starts a short while from now. But when we go out to do some work, it is crucial that we do not set aside the insights we have realized. These can be understandings about the unsubstantial nature of ideas and concepts, the past and the future, and their potential for causing us suffering. These insights are accessible and not that difficult to penetrate, but it takes determination. We have to go into the stream of the compulsive mind that's going in a particular direction, very often the direction of bhava-tanha. Bhava-tanha is the ongoing creation of and belief in a solid and substantial self or identity that we are constantly propping up with roles, habits, ideas, views, and opinions. I'm like this, I'm not like that. We need to go against that bhava-tanha, putting an anchor down in the stream of becoming. Penetrating through the illusion of bhava-tanha is one of the most important aspects of our practice. It's more important than any of the little hobbies we have, the habits we've developed, the various ways we spend our time. We have to make sure that in our monastic lives, we don't let the hobbies become foundational. If they do become foundational, then what should be foundational, meditation, simply becomes a pastime. When that happens, it's tragic, and we need to do our utmost to cut it off. To cut it off requires being aware of it. In the Anangana Sutta, without blemishes, the Buddha points to the case where a person with a blemish understands as it actually is, I have a blemish in myself. He has a blemish and knows he has a blemish, and therefore can be expected to exert himself to abandon that blemish. But a person who doesn't realize he has a blemish is not likely to do anything about it. So this is the starting point, being able to recognize a defilement as a defilement, being able to call it that. That's step one. Step two is to work with it. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me today.